Hello, everybody, and welcome to an NHL Global Series edition here on Clearing the Benches. As I'm sure you all know by now that the NHL is taking its show on the road over to Stockholm, Sweden this week, starting tomorrow, the 15th. And they're going to have 4 teams playing 2 games each. And these games do count in the standings. And, you know, for 2 of these teams, especially Minnesota and Ottawa, I think they need to have a good showing, as they need to get their trains back on the tracks. So this event's going to take place. It's going to be 4 days, and the NHL is saying that it's taking its largest fan tour in NHL history over there. Apparently, they're going to have some nice sunny weather, and temperatures are going to be around freezing at game time. I believe these are going to be played inside the Avicii Arena, which is about 14,000 seats. So on Thursday night, you've got Detroit and Ottawa. Detroit's coming in 8-5-2, 18 points. Larkin, 17 points in 13 games. DeBrincat's lighting it up. But however, Ottawa, last place. You know, you got a new GM. They just lost a first-round draft pick. They got the Shane Pinto suspension. Tim Stutzel's still lighting it up, though, over there. He's got 17 points in 13 games. And to me, surprisingly, Claude Giroux is still playing at a pretty high clip. He's bringing it as well for them. But Ottawa, last place, they have got to start getting their act in order before, you know, they're going to even think about making the playoffs this year. And this season to just go down the drain by Christmas. And I know they don't want that. So Friday night, you got Toronto playing against Detroit. Both of these teams currently have 18 points. Like I said, Detroit is in the first playoff. I'm sorry, they're in the last playoff spot, and Toronto is in the first wild card spot. So Toronto, as we all know, is being led by Austin Matthews. He's got 13 goals. Tavares has got 16 points. And, of course, William Nylander tearing it up with 22 points so far. They've got 3 guys in the top 31 in the NHL in scoring. If they can figure out their back end and their goaltending, you know they're going to make a deep run in the playoffs. That's for sure. So, Saturday, you've got Minnesota and Ottawa. In my opinion, the 2 bottom feeders in this little tournament that you've got going over there. Ottawa, we talked about last place. You know, they've got to get their act in order before any kind of playoff hopes at all. As far as Minnesota goes, you know, they're 5-8. They're 7 points out of a playoff spot. They got to leapfrog over quite a few teams before they're even going to think about making it in the playoffs. You know, Kaprizov's got 15 points in about 13 games, I think, but something's not right with him. He is a minus 11 this early in the season. That is not going to go well. If that stays, you know, at that clip, you're looking at like a minus 50 on the year. And again, you know, Minnesota's got to shift gears right now. They are just barely hanging in there. And like I said, they've got several teams that they're going to need to take over. So some of the things that they were talking about that people like to enjoy over there, I guess because Sweden's in the vodka belt, burn vodka, which is fermented grain or potatoes, apparently is a popular drink over there. Like I said, they're going to have a massive heated tent. Apparently it's going to have tons of televisions, bars. You know, you're probably going to be able to get yourself some bar food in there as well. And then I'm sure there's going to be some, you know, past NHL stars, you know, from Sweden. You got tons of them. You know, the Red Wings were loaded with them. You got tons of them throughout the league. So it's going to be a great series to watch. It's going to be definitely very interesting to see how the games all play out. And, you know, like I said, 2 of those teams, Minnesota and Ottawa, these games are very important. I know it's only 2 games, but again, these are, you know, statement games. You know, this could be like you went over there and you turned your season around on the trip to Sweden. So if you like the content that we talked about today, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and as always, let them know you're out there.